हाँ सर, यस सर, गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग गौरव जी, मैं जुड़ गया हूँ।
हाँ हाँ, ठीक ठीक, ओके सर, ओके।
ये क्या है?
ये बैलेंस का है। उसको रखना सवाल मालूम का है। हाँ ये भी
Good morning, everyone present over here. On behalf of the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, it's my privilege to welcome all at the inaugural session of the self-sponsored 7 days workshop on chip design flow, behavioral to layout. As a transformative experience, our program aims to bring research personnel from industry and academia for effective dissemination of practical skills. This will certainly help in bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical implementation of chip design flow. We are privileged to have with us Honorable Director of Atal Bihari Vajpayee Indian Institute of Information Technology and Management, Gwalior, to grace us with his presence as the chief guest of this inaugural session. We are privileged to welcome Professor Santosh Vishwakarma Sir from IIT Indore as the guest of honor through online mode. We also welcome all the deans, HODs of our department and faculty fraternity of ABP Triple ITM for their active participations. Since we have tradition of invoking the blessings of Ma Saraswati to commence any auspicious occasion, I would like to invite Honorable Director Sir, Professor Rajiv, Honorable Director Sir, Professor Rajendra Sahu Sir, Professor Pankaj Srivastav Sir, Professor Anurag Srivastav Sir, and Manisha Patnaik Ma'am for the ceremonial lighting of this lamp. Thank you, sir. May I request Professor Manisha Patnaik ma'am to facilitate our esteemed director, Professor S.N. Singh, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Gaurav Kaushal to facilitate our Dean of Research and Consultancy, Professor Rajesh Sahu, sir. May I request to Dr. Somesh Kumar, sir, to facilitate our Professor Pankaj Srivastav, sir, Dean of Academic Affairs. I request to Dr. Alok Kumar Kamal, sir, to facilitate our Dean of Alumni and External Relations, Professor Anurag Srivastav, sir. Now I request to Professor Gaurav Sharma, sir, to facilitate to other faculty members. Uh, Now I request to Gaurav Kaushal sir to facilitate to Manisha Patnaik. Thank you everyone. Now I like to request Dr. Gaurav Kaushal sir to appraise the audience about the workshop.
So, good morning to our honorable director, sir, esteemed Dean of Research and Consultancy, Sir Professor Rajan Sahu, sir, esteemed Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Pankaj Srivastav, sir, and Professor Anurag Srivastav, sir, and esteemed Ma'am, Professor Manisha Patnaik, ma'am, dear colleagues and participants. First of all, I would like to thank our director, sir, for continuously motivating, supporting, and encouraging to conduct the outreach activity. So this is the basically 7 days workshop will introduce the chip design flow with respect to industry. That what is the planning that industry is going on. Okay, so that the participant will get the idea that what is the flow that industries are using for making the chip. In the graduation course, maximum of the students learn the basically VLSI design and Verilog HDL. Okay. This workshop will provide the platform to view the layout complete. If we are making the chip, what will be the layout of that of their coding. Okay. So this workshop will help it. And here in this workshop, basically we have the external speaker as Professor Sidhu Sharma sir from IIT Indore, Professor Ishmesh Aurab sir from IIT Delhi, and many industry expertise will deliver the expert talk in this workshop. In the first day session, basically student will go through the regular coding guidelines. In the next, student will get the idea about the hardware realization of the, you can say, sequential circuit and many logics, followed by synthesis, physical design, and family. See, and they will see the layout of their design finally. At present, if we talk about what is the importance of this, so we can say at present, I recently reviewed the article just in the April that NVIDIA has launched the processor at 4 nanometer technology with the use of the TSMC Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. So basically, they are using the 4 nanometer technology and they are using the 102 billion transistor, 102 billion transistor in a chip, and there are the two chips in a one dia. So you can say 200, more than 200 billion transistor in a single dia. It is impossible for making the chip in manually. Basically, we follow the CAD tools, and this is the flow that we are using here. We will exactly replicate the flow. If I say what is the effect, then we can say the Indian government, say suppose around 12.6 lakh crore government has basically granted the money for the three chip plant. two in the Gujarat and one in the Assam. So, and Tata plant also is hiring the, say, you can say, trained VLSI expertise from they want the trained VLSI expertise. This workshop basically helps them to get the idea what is the chip flow, how the industries use the coding, and how they convert to the layout by using the CAD tools. So we will explore what is the basically parasitic effect, other effect, how can they model it, and how can we. So basically, it is our privilege that we have basically our director sir has given the chance, so you can say motivate us. So I again thanks to all, and we welcome all the participants, and I hope that all the participants will learn a lot from there from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I request Professor Manisha Patnaik ma'am to enlighten us on the departmental outreach activities and theme of the workshop.
Namaskar, all greetings. It's a proud privilege for me today to welcome you all on behalf of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering and the ABB Triple in Gwalior to this first one to research concept training on chip design for medium to physical layout. First of all, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Director, Professor S.N. Singh, for his spending his precious time and blessing this occasion with his gracious presence. We are really honored, sir, and we are also grateful, and we want to express our sincere gratitude to Professor Santosh Vishwakarma, who is connected in online from IIT Indore for gracing this occasion. And we would also like to express our gratitude to all the deans, Professor Rajendra Saru, Professor Pankaj Srivastava, Professor Anuj Srivastava, and all esteemed faculty members and participants, students of our institute. So first of all, I would like to brief about our department. Our department is Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. This is one of the major department of our institute, and it was considered in August 2022 under the initiative and the leadership and grace of our Honorable Director, sir. And our department major focus is in the three major disciplines. That is microelectronics, VLSI, embedded systems, and wireless communications, including RF, microwave, and also automation and control. And our department is also the youngest department. If you see all young faculties, not having 15 to 16 faculties who are working in teaching, learning, and research extension in these areas, and we are also associated with the in-house department faculty members and also the external organizations, R&Ds, industries, where we are working in collaboration in developing in these research areas. And I would like to mention this training program. It is the first initiative of our institute, and this is also under the mission of our country's semiconductor mission program. And under this program, there are two other initiatives have been taken out. That is Keep the Startup program and this India's Semiconductor Workforce Development Program. So Chief Books Title program, our institute is also part of this program where we would like to train, we are training all these students, faculties in design and development of this chip design and in which will be used in the electronic system design and manufacturing sectors of our country. And there is another initiative also, ISWBB. I would just like to highlight this program. It will also be beneficial for all the students and the participants who have come here to attend this training program. This is an initiation and this is a collaborative initiation between the IIC Bangalore and the synopsis. This is known as ISWPP's program. The mandate is to train the students, faculties, and industry on semiconductor devices and technology design, development with the help of associated technology design tools, which help them to get acquainted with the semiconductor fundamentals and with semiconductor manufacturing from Tata and Micron, and the result that is presented by our Honorable Prime Minister for skilling the program, which has become much more relevant to the recent context. And this course is the entire course is divided into 4 levels, as level 1, level 2, advanced level, and custom level. While the first 3 are available to both industry and academia, and the custom level is specifically designed for industry professionals and faculties from academia institutes in India who wish to acquire expert knowledge, design skills in a specialized semiconductor technology area. And as you know, as India has advanced to become a global leader in semiconductor manufacturing, so this customized program will equip a majority of the stakeholders with the required design skills to either join this workforce or require skills to train, guide, and manage the next generation semiconductor engineers. So there is also a global shortage already know of semiconductor professionals who work in the upcoming fabs worldwide. So this significant demand exists. Not everyone can be trained at a physical fab location, but in an in-person mode through this, the development of this, the available, the high-end, sophisticated, dedicated electronics design automation tools. So this tool is the students and the workforce will be trained through the semiconductor process device designs in online mode. And I will also share the faculty members of our institute, of our department, to the students. This website is also available. You can explore more. And Professor Ram Srivastava, he is the program director of this ISWPP, Department of Electronic System Engineering, IIC Bangalore. And also I would like to mention Professor Santosh Vishwakarma, who is the chairperson and president of the VLSI Society of India of Madhya Pradesh chapter. He is also very active in mentoring and providing the training to the young students, the researchers and faculties who are working in this VLSI domain, and also for the electronic system design and manufacturing sector. So I believe this training program will definitely help you, help the participants to learn the design process of the chip through these EDA simulation tools, because it is just the starting and there are various stages, various abstractions levels we generally follow in chip design. So it is only a small part of this, the entire chip design flow. So this is just, we have started with this and we are planning to conduct the series of, the training program where you will be able to learn the complete flow of the chip design, and you will map it actually with the, to the real fabrication setup. And most of the designs are today, you will find they are application specific. So you will not only target it to the application specific ASIC designs, also we are learning this, the designs like through this FPGAs, like most of you might be doing, the participants. This is what is this field programmable data design, because chip is already fabricated. So you are going to map and configure the chip as per the applications, required applications. So this flow is also you will learn through this program. And already the coordinator, Dr. Gaurav Kaushal, has been about the outline, and will also follow as per the program schedule. The eminent speakers will give you the technical, the depth, the technical knowledge about this, the various the abstractions levels of the chip design, and parallelly you will, in the second half, you will through the hands-on the training, you will learn all this, the basic design codes by doing by designing the the basic building blocks and for this chip, various chip applications. So wish you all the best. So, and I wish this program to be exciting, productive, and fruitful. And all your participations will definitely, sir, we will motivate all the participants, the eminent speakers, and the coordinators and the faculty of our institute to for the successful of this program. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your words. Proceeding forward, I would like to invite our Dean of Research and Consultancy, Professor Rajendra Sahu sir, to share their thoughts and perspective on their occasion, on this occasion.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Respected all, Honorable Director, Professor Singh, Professor Manisha, then my colleagues, Professor Pankaj Srivastava, Professor Anurag Srivastava, and the coordinator of this program, Professor Gaurav, all faculty members, dear participants, and everybody. It's a pleasure. Today, technology is taking breakthroughs. You think of it and things are happening. Either you remain in train and think before the train is achieved, else you are outdated. Professionalism is at stake. You must have heard we were talking of this chip a couple of months before. Many organizations, because here you need trained manpower. I was hearing Dr. Gaurav speaking that they withdrew their investments and went back. But if you look in last 3 months, they have again come back to us. And we had 3 units installed here. And let me tell you, India has already exported the first chip. So look at the speed. Either you are in or you are out. You are not in between. We were, in yesterday years, we were thinking of the batteries in the mobile. There are 2 issues we have. Either we have our device is connected to the network or not. Second, we are always worried about power, whether it has sufficient power or not. If you have heard 2 days before, we have now invented a battery which can run for 50 years. Chips today make their way through everywhere, everywhere and everywhere. Paper this news you must have heard. The Americans have put a restriction on the exports from China. I think you must have understood. And the tariffs are manifold. So there is no choice tomorrow that we have to be self-sufficient at least and be better than others to be able to be acceptable by others. There is no choice than that. And when chips are becoming small and nano, I think the design is very complex. Here you do not have a process, traditional process of repair or what we call is mean time between repairs. Either you have a failure, you throw it, replace with another. Because it is so small that things are not visible. Not visible at all. And we want to make it still smaller and it becomes everywhere. And if you talk of design, I know the students of engineering and technology will say how design is difficult. Because in a design class, we used to carry all our books, open book. It used to be open book. You take so many books and you know that you will not get your answers from them. Only a bit of support. Nothing beyond that. What you have summarized into your notes can be more helpful than the books. So such is the complexity. And if you are thinking of designing nano chips which would become smaller, smaller, smaller with application oriented and enhancing its power, that's really complex. I take this opportunity to once again thank our director who have thought of this particular area, which is very visionary and forward looking. Research in this area will continue to grow, but remember, if we remain trained with it, then we'll grow with it, else it will become somebody else. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call our Professor, Dean of Academic Affairs, Professor Pankaj Srivastav, sir, to share their thought on this occasion.
Good morning to all of you present here. Honorable Director, sir, Dean of R&D, Professor Rajendra Sahu, Dean of External Affairs, NMNI, Professor Raj Srivastava, Head of the Department, Professor Manisha Patnaik, and our young faculty members of this department as well as our institute faculty members, participants and online participants and experts they are present here. Really, it's a great moment that our institute is marching towards future's technology chip design. Because as already you know that there are so many three setups already government of India setups in India towards these directions. This is possible because everybody, every devices are now going towards new generations, lower dimensions. And in this area, everything is all dependent upon different kind of quantum mechanics or quantum computing or quantum computers. And you also read about the synchronic strings also. And just that Moore's law is going to dominate everywhere. Chip design, number of transistors are going to double every 6 months. So we have to think in this direction how these transistors or different kind of things are going to design in a low dimension kind of things. And also you are aware about this thing that next 10 years you will have your quantum computers in your hand and they are going to replace this kind of conventional computers. So a lot of work is going on in these directions and I'm happy that this department is going to have CITUS project. There is a very major project we are going to handle in this department. And in this way, our institute is going to avail a great scenario or great kind of spectrum or different kind of expectations in these directions. So wish you all the best and all the participants, I welcome all the participants who has taken this conference or workshop in the next 7 days. So this will be fruitful for him and all the participants will get the experts in this direction because from IT Indore, Professor Santosh Vishnakumar is leading all those things and he's maintaining these directions. So really you will enjoy and you will benefit a lot in this direction. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir. Proceeding forward, I would like to call our Dean of External and Alumni, Dean of Alumni and External Relations, Professor Anurag Srivastav, sir, to share their thoughts on this occasion.
Very good morning, one and all sitting here. Esteemed Director, Head of Department, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, our Dean colleagues, Professor Rajesh Sahu, Professor Pankaj, and faculty from Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and of course from other departments, organizers of this program, and of course the participants and the people who have joined as an expert in online mode. My friend, Professor Santosh from IT Indore, and many other in online mode. Much has already been said, and the tone of the workshop has already been set by Gaurav and followed by many speakers. Nothing much is left to say on the importance of this particular domain. Chip design is so important, and the government is pushing a lot in the last few years. We have seen as a part of the India Semiconductor Mission program, and more than 76,000 crores, have been put particular for this mission, and especially they have decided three very important areas. Gaurav has already mentioned that what level of technology we are going to talk about. And Pankaj has said that the miniaturization of the devices and the components are taking place, whether we have to rethink about the Moore's law, and people are thinking of whether it is valid or it's people are thinking of that's the reason he said that can we think of doubling the number of transistors in the same diameter in 6 months rather than talking about in 2 years or 1.5 years. Of course, when we talk about the miniaturization, the various challenges comes in the picture, and it is one important part where I'm thinking about that. This conference, this workshop has focused on the chip flow. The chip design has a different challenges when you are talking about miniaturization. Bringing the size of the chip has, created different kind of challenges. And as a physicist, basically, I'm more concerned about the components and especially on the materials aspect. So what is important basically, if you look at the technology readiness level, TRL, there are 9 levels, and that to talk about basic level, where mostly we academicians and researchers are mostly involved in. We normally talk about the components and then we talk about the circuit level. Then we go for the chip design and all that. So I believe that the metals are playing a very, very important role. People have talked about Silicon Valley and all that, Silicon Electronics, the time has gone. Now people are thinking about Carbon Valley and Carbon Electronics. And the carbon electronics area has been changed from silicon to carbon these days. And the reason behind that is basically, the whatever basically you are looking at material level, whether you are interested to have the semiconductors, you are interested to have the conductors, or you are interested to have the insulators, everything is possible with the carbon because of the various isotopes of the carbon. And that is what basically metals play a very, very important role. Another important area which I think people need to look into, that collaborating with the people from different backgrounds, and this is what actually needed these days. In chip design, as I said, that metals play a very, very important role. So that people from the metal science can play a very, very important role in tuning basically the various materials in a sense that how those metals can be utilized for certain device applications. And once you are set for that, then you can go ahead with that. And another issues come into picture when you are connecting various components all together, as Nora was mentioning, that in the serial dia, that how many 200 million of transistors and more than that, we can accommodate in that. So issues comes into picture, the interference issues, right? And then thinking about various environmental issues. So many things are coming into picture and need to be addressed. I'm pretty sure that during these 7 days of workshop, those issues will be addressed. And of course, one important area, because when I'm tracking the industries as a part of the placement scenario, I look at that people are more interested in hardware design rather than computational design. It doesn't mean that computational design is not important. Of course, blueprint, what we can do basically, we can prepare the blueprint and send it to the fab lab. The challenge with the fab lab is basically that we have not many foundries available in the country. That is the biggest challenge. So hardware part is missing, and if we can think of having collaboration with the foundries or those who are working in hardware technology, and then accordingly we are working on the blueprint design. If that can, that scenario can be developed, and I'm pretty sure that the exact, the motto of the conference can be fulfilled in that sense. So I wish all the best to the participants as well as the organizers for a successful 7 days workshop. And I'm pretty sure something will come out as a takeaway to the participant as well as for the organizers as well. So all the best.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Professor Santosh Vishwakarma to inspire and share his insights with us.
Very good morning to all of you. Professor Singh, Director, Triple IT Gwalior, and all my friends, those who are sitting on offline and online. So it's a wonderful program in the area of interactive chip design. As the topic says very clearly, I mean, from behavior to the layout. So somehow the country feel last 2 3 years that, and it was set up in 2021 by the Parliament of two objective in electronics and semiconductor. The first objective was how India can be the import substitution, and the second objective was to increase the role of India in global value chain in electronics and semiconductors. And because of only these two objectives, a parliament released in 2021 December around 10 billion USD funds to set up the fab labs, silicon and non-silicon, even silicon photonics, display technology, and many other areas. So there were 4 5 bullet points under which a 10 billion USD was supposed to be invested. And out of 10 billion, in last 2 years, almost 90% money has been exhausted, and hence many semiconductor fab labs, ATMP labs have been set up in the country. The big challenge in the country where this seminar or this workshop can play the role is to develop the capacity building in the electronics and semiconductor space. So the relevance of this FDP or course is very, very relevant. So somehow it is also under study that around 500 billion USD from semiconductors can play the GDP of 5 trillion economy in the country. And out of 500 billion in the country from electronics and semiconductors, 10 billion USD Madhya Pradesh government has decided. So in next under 4 years or so, in electronics and semiconductor area, the government of Madhya Pradesh has decided to invest around 10 billions. Now there is a challenge. Forget about the national where 500 billion we are thinking out of 500 trillion economy. But the third country, India is the third largest economy, after Japan and this Germany. So as a professor and students of Triple IT Gwalior, we have to think very honestly the role of Triple IT and nearby institution in Gwalior region, that how much we can contribute in this out of 10 billion. Either putting your efforts, bringing some startups in the state of Madhya Pradesh, or fabricating at least one chip in your span of this academic study, either the BTech students or masters or PhD or even any professors. Can we think of today that after this workshop, you will have one chip in your hand? If you or any one of us think like this, then definitely our target of import substitution in the country and the increase the India's contribution in global value supply chain, then only we can think of. At the same time, of course, this what I should say, the capacity building. The country as of now, last 40 years in semiconductor space, we are only 50,000 manpower in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune in semiconductor chip design. So now the country is looking for close to 1 lakh people in next, that too only remaining 3 years. So can Triple IT Gwalior and nearby academic institution and whole in Madhya Pradesh, we can take this as a challenge that out of 1 lakh people, can we generate at least 5,000 people or 10,000 people in next 3 years? So this conference or this workshop where Gaurav and team is going to give you hands-on session on RTL to the layout will really play a major role. So my only submission to all of you is, let us make a plan, a roadmap of state of Madhya Pradesh in semiconductor, that let every student will design one chip in a span of 2 years or 6 months, For MTech students in second year, let every student send the design to either Indian Fab, SCL Chandigarh, or even abroad. Uh, Professor Singh is very, very supportive, as I know his nature. If you go and ask 10 lakhs rupees, he will not say no. But it's we have to take the decision how many designs we want to submit in 1 millimeter cross millimeter area. Let us say all MTech VLSI students or BTech student want to submit 10 designs in 1 millimeter square area. So nobody will say no, right? But we have to take the decision, we have to fix the plan that okay, by this of May or something, let us say MTech project is started. So make the plan, sit with the professors and design, submit the design after 3 months. So by this way your mid semester will start. So by end of December or something, your full design should be ready. So please make a very strategic timeline so that before graduates, you should have seen one chip with your naked eye in front of your completion of the BTech program or MTech program or PhD or whatever you are. So I have to not say many point, but I can request to all the participants that wherever you belongs to, either state of Madhya Pradesh or wherever online offline, please make one chip in a span of your life, and that will boost a big boost in the country where these two objectives will be fulfilled. So thank you, Gaurav and the team, for time for me to spare 5 minutes. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presence over here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Vishkarma is a professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering and Center for Advanced Electronics, Indian Institute of Technology Indore, MP, India. He is a senior member of IEEE, professional member of VLSI Society of India, associate member of Institute of Nanotechnology, life member of Indian Microelectronics Society, IMS, India. He has co-authored more than 190 research papers in peer-reviewed international journals and conferences. He has also granted 6 Indian patents from IIT Indore and has 16 sponsored research projects. Dr. Vishkarma is a member of Academic Advisor Committee, Central Zone, Semicon India Future Design, initiative by Government of India, member of Task Force, Electronics and Semiconductor, Government of Madhya Pradesh, Chairman of Philosophy Society of India, Madhya Pradesh Chapter, Chair of IEEE Circuit and System Society of MP Section. He is the member of Research Park Committee, Rural Development and Technology Committee, Smart City Project at IIT Indore. I would like to extend a warm invitation to our Honorable Director, Professor S. N. Singh Sir, to enrich us with his vast experience. His profound words have consistently gained our academic community to strive for excellence.
Thank you and good morning to all of you. Well, I can see the people are speaking about the chips, but I only know the potato chip chips. Very easy to eat and tasty as well. This chip is semiconductor chip, not potato chip, and this is very good to use. It has changed our life, and already many speakers told that it is really is going to be very faster way in terms of science, in terms of process. How fast the processing is done, it all depends on the chips. We all know it. So that is the era where we are living. And this department is very much interested from very beginning to go in the real side or microelectronics or the chips, whatever you can say, they are doing, and the good team is here. And this is in that series already we had the cohort, one of the member of 100 institutions. It's 100 institutions, I guess. So that's one of them. And they are basically supported for developing all these chips, designs, and output. Manufacturing is very difficult because we require a lot of infrastructure. We are having very limited manufacturing units at the places, but design, etc., can be done by the simulations, by computer, small devices, small platforms. That is possible. So this department is the youngest department, although all the departments are youngest, I can say, because all five departments were born one day. That is August 1st, with approval of board and the Senate. And in this department, very active, and I can tell you, this department, when this was formed, there were 6 faculty members. Today is more than 12. There's 14, I think 14, 15 faculty members are there. So they doubled in 2 years. So the progress is very fast, and then we started the BTech program as well. And that's completed 1 year in the BTech. And already masters and the PhD is running in all the departments. And leader is Professor Manisha Patnaik, with all the hands of young and energetic voice of faculty colleagues, normally I say, they are also leading this department. And that's why you can say the many events are organized in this department. You can find in the 2023-24, this from July 23 to June, they organized at least and one big conference. So, and other departments are also. So, it is not only the knowledge acquisition, knowledge generation, which is the research you are doing. Acquisition normally it is our UG students are taking. PG students are acquisition and the generation they are doing. And the knowledge dissemination, this sort of the workshop, etc. is doing. And it's very good because my most of the close friends are from this VLSI area. Although I am a man of core electrical power engineering. But whenever I go for my tea or parties here and there, I will be surrounded by the VLSI. So they keep on talking about the electronics, but I have never seen the electronics so far. I hope you have also not seen. You can visualize. So this is the where, as you can see, the imagination. You have to imagine and then you have to design and fabricate. And these chips, even though this Vishkarma, he didn't come due to the heat wave, I guess, because very warm in Indore also. And you can see he is sitting in his office and talking, and he will be taking lectures as well. Why not you can design a chip that you can put on your head and know he will be there? It will be done. Just out of box thing. Why not I can have a chip I can eat in my stomach, it can solve my disease. Nowadays, the chips are in your body. Pacemakers. What is this? There's a chip inside your, this will be pumping your heart. If there's any problem, it is not pumping, it will support. Also developing at the same part fast, and we have solved the problems of the deprived people, our livelihoods, or maybe our lifestyle with all the technologies. And chip and so-called semiconductor chips, I'm not saying the potato chips, but the semiconductor chips are so important that all your computers, all your IoTs, internet, all your everything where there are the sensors, everywhere the chips are there, everywhere. So, and of course they require power, and we are the power provider. So the power is required as well, but all the processing what is done, it is through the small chips, bigger chips, high process chips, and so on and so forth. It is a change in our life, and it will continue to change. That's why our government of India is trying that why not we can be a manufacturing hub. We can basically export the chips like the Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, they are giving in China. And it's also coming the chips to our country now. We want, you can go back. And already the exercise started. So that's why the focus of the government of India is to go for the manufacturing. Always people say there is a flaw when we become independent. Why we didn't notice? Why we were not going for the chips from very beginning?
Because at that time, the Taiwan, even though many US companies, they wanted to establish the chip manufacturing in our country, but it was denied. It was denied. And then they shifted to Taiwan, Singapore, and other countries for the manufacturing and for providing. Because I cannot, because it will be the political war, if it is bad or good. But at that time also there was a need to go for heavy industries. We wanted the industrialization. We wanted to develop many easy techniques because the investment in the chip was very high at that time. So that's why you can say BHL, NTPC, all of them were formed in the beginning, so that we can get the industry focus at that time. But the later also the government didn't think about that. We should have thought this well before when the potato chips were started. So if that was the case, let's suppose 10 years before or 20 years before we have started the chip manufacturing and focus on those areas, we would have been somewhere else and we would have developed country very early. But the government not thinking, and that's why our mission that we can become the developed country by the 20. So with this, I hope we can also contribute in that developed country as a nation. This department, this institute, should also try to contribute some in that direction. And this course will be one of the measures trying to see inside you that about the chip design and manufacturing and try to develop, try to use, try to take in the application ways also. So I'm sure this 7 days, not a very 7 days very big period to listen very stalwarts. It's a tough task, but I'm sure at the end of the 7 days you will be having a good knowledge about the chip design and its flow, etc. Whatever they are targeting. So thank you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts. In closing, I welcome Dr. Somesh Kumar to convey a vote of thanks.
So good morning, everyone. So first of all, I would like to say thanks to our Honorable Director, Sir, Professor S.N. Singh, who always motivate us to conduct these kind of programs in the department as well as in outside the department. And I also would like to say thanks to our Honorable esteemed Deans of Academic Affairs, Research Consultancy, External Affairs, Professor Srivastava sir, Professor Rajendra Sahu, Professor Anurag Srivastava sir, and my esteemed faculty members of my department and the other departments who spend their valuable times and join us in the inaugural ceremony of this workshop. I hope all the participants will enjoy these 7 days in our department and they can walk around in our institute as well as they can enjoy the city Gwalior, and hope they will learn a lot from this workshop, from layout to from design to layout. And in the last, I would also like to say thanks to all the participants as well as our volunteers who helped us to conduct this workshop. So thank you everyone very much.
Thank you, everyone. Finally, I to all dignitaries, faculty members, and participants for high tea session.
अब क्या करना है? क्यों?
नहीं करना क्या है? इसको जानो जो मैं यानी ये क्या तो पड़ेगी। चलो चाय पी ले। चाय का बताया साहब मेरा भी था। और साजू को
ये टेप देना भाई हमें।
आपका है?
हाँ
देख के
रख लो अभी नाश्ता करके जब दे
आज मुझे कर दिया। इसको मेरी बात नहीं कर। एग्जिट फुल स्क्रीन, एग्जिट फुल स्क्रीन, एग्जिट सबसे ऊपर। ऑनलाइन वाला तो बंद हो गया ना? ऑनलाइन वाला तो बंद हो गया। नहीं यार ऑनलाइन वाला बंद हो गया। अरे बंद नहीं।
ये रहा सैंपल साइड में आप उस पर साइड में
स्टॉप हटता